Hello and a very warm welcome back to Fox's Weight Watcher Kitchen. Now today's recipe is something just a little bit different for you. You've probably got some of these in the cupboard, the good old favourite lentils. Now a lot of people, what they do, they put them in stews. You can see one of my previous videos, I make lentil dal as well. I actually like lentils. Good reasons for it. With lentils you're getting lots of protein, you're getting your fibre, and you've even got your micronutrients as well. But not a lot of people use lentils. So today's recipe, I'm going to show you something that's just a little bit different. Put those to one side. All I do with my lentils is take 1 cup of lentils and put them into the pot, 2 cups of water and put it into the pot, and as you can see from this little pot here, I've left this soaking overnight. The reason I do it, I don't really want to cook the lentils at this point. All I want to do is to soak them to make them expand, and all it is a 1-part lentil and a 2-part water. Normally when you cook you would use a 3-part water to cook them down, but for soaking it's a 2-part water only. The reason we're doing this, we're going to do what we call lentil flatbread. All you're going to need is a blender. Take the lentils, once they've been soaked, carefully pour them into your pot. Takes a while to get these out and you have to be a little bit patient at times as well. Take the lentils away and then get your blade, put on the inside, lid onto the top, and all we're going to do is blend these up until they are nice and soft. So we'll turn the volume down for this bit and speed it up. And that is your lentils all blended up. Take the lid off, move to one side, and I always take the blade straight out. There is a reason that I do this. Move those to one side and we get the little cooker ready. Get the cooker on and ready. Now you're going to need a small frying pan. The reason we use a small one, have you ever seen when you go and buy pancakes, you know the American style ones that are sort of reasonably thick as well? Very similar to what this is going to be. Now a normal frying pan, you can use your Teflon coated ones or your non-stick ones as well. I still use a little bit of spray oil, but then I wipe it down as well. Reason I do this is then I will continually use this, and all I'm doing is basically sealing the pan, because I always find every time I've cooked this, and if you've done this in the past and you're watching this recipe, I always find if you don't sear the pan, you can see still a little bit of oil left on there, and then I can use that again in a while. And size wise, all we need is 1 ladleful. So all we do is just go into the juice, take out a ladleful of juice, and as you can see it's almost like a pancake consistency. We just pour that into the pan, put that back into the pot so we can go again. It will almost take its shape, and we just leave this on the stove. I've got mine on now medium setting. I'm using the little portable one today so I don't have to go over to the main cooker, just to show you how easy this can be. This is on a medium heat and we just leave this to sear in there for about 2 to 2.5 minutes before we flick it over to the other side. So we come back once this is ready. Back in a sec. And as you can see from the way it's going in the pan at this point, you can see now it starts bubbling up. This is where we start doing a little bit of testing just around the edges. It's still catching the spoon slightly, so though it's raising, sometimes you get little dots appearing there as well. I just test mine. If it touches the spoon and still sticks to it, I'll leave it on there a little bit longer. The smell of it is quite nice as well. It's quite a lovely earthy smell that you get, but you just keep playing with it until you find that it's loose enough to actually bring it away from the pan. It's getting there slowly. You can see we just test the edges. See the first one, you always get this little broken piece. That's why, another reason why I use that spray, because it does tend to help. And all we do is just test the edges. If it stops sticking to the spoon, and the spoon you can see caught it on there, so we know it's not quite ready. Because what you want to do is to make sure it's cooked underside. And we're just playing with this. Like I said, it's usually about 2 to 2.5 minutes. It raises up in the middle first, and it seems to be once it sinks, and all we're doing is just playing with this to unstick from the bottom of the pan. What you don't want to do is to pick it up too early, because it won't be cooked. So we just play and play and play until eventually it should. It's just moving away from the bottom of the pan. Now you can see that's moving around nicely. We can just flick that over to the other side and let that cook on the opposite side as well. Get the plate ready so you can see exactly what this is like when it comes out. And again, the opposite side, we're just going to leave this for about another minute just to sear the other side, and you'll see once it comes out. And trust me, when you've done these, you can have these warm and put your spreads on them. You can make sandwiches out of them. I've even used them as extra pieces, put them in soups and, you know, dunk it in instead of a slice of bread. It's such a lovely, easy recipe. Instead of going down to the local supermarket and buying your loaf of bread, all you've got to do is do one of these, make a little stack, and trust me, they freeze as well. I've got stacks and stacks of these in the freezer. I just use these so often, like I say, because of the nutrients you get from this. You get your protein, you're getting your microvitamins, you're getting your fibre. There's so many good things in lentils. That's why I just wanted to show you. You can see now that's starting to move again this side. And I know not everybody can get hold of the pan and give it a flick like this. A little trick for you as well. If you can't do that, get your spatula underneath. This is a little trick that someone taught me years ago. Lift it out, put the pan the opposite way over, and just flick it over. That's a little trick. If you're not a pancake, flick it. I mean, I'm lucky, I've been cooking for years and years and years. You can see it moves around the pan easy. It's very easy to just flick over. And as you can see, it looks very, very similar to an American style pancake. You can have them warm, like I said, you can have them cold. I'm going to carry on and make the rest of these, and we'll come back in a second and I'll show you how they look in a little while. Back in a second. Okay, so now we got the first couple done. Next one on the pan. I just want to show you something very quickly. These breads, as you can see, they're nice and solid. If you're with Weight Watchers, the thing is, every slice of bread you have, unless you make it crustless, is 3 points per slice. These lentil flatbreads are 0 points, which is really, really good and healthy. So me, personally, I like a bit of peanut butter. I'm going to dollop some in there. As you can see, nice big chunks. You can work this out for your own weight content. I'm just going to spread some on there because this is one of my favourites. A bit of peanut butter on one of these lentil flatbreads. It's so tasty, and the taste of these are so good. And the thing I like about it is you can have more of these, fill you up more, you're still losing weight, but you're getting protein, nutrients, vitamins, all the fibre that you need from a lentil flatbread. Really, really nice. So I'm going to carry on eating this, and we'll come back once we've done the rest of these and show you towards the end. So back again in a second. Okay, so we're almost done. Last one's just coming off the stove now. Give it one more flick. Looks absolutely perfect. Put that with all of the other ones. And that is all your stack of lentil flatbreads. As you can see, really, really nice. They're all nice and separated. You can make sandwiches out of these. You can just eat them on their own. Like I say, if you've got soups, you can just tear bits off and eat it with the soups. If you go wrong, now because I'm videoing, it's very rare that I do this. As you can see, one actually did go a bit wrong. It's all about the patience of the cooking. You remember on the very first one when I showed you, it blows up a little bit. Then you get the little pinholes appear. You've got to wait until the top looks virtually dry before you get your spoon and start digging it out. Otherwise, you'll end up like I did on the video, breaking one up. It didn't really set too well. It's just a few lentils, not too much to worry about. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Like I said, you can do whatever you like with these. There is another video that's going to follow this one to show you other things that you can do with a lentil flatbread. So if you'd like it, click on the subscribe button below. If you don't want to miss any other videos, click on the bell button and like it as well. And also, if you've tried it, leave some comments as well. Always interesting to read you guys' comments, so it's really nice to see those as well. So until we do it again on the next video, catch you again. Have yourself a great time. Bye.